Hi there. You're not going to believe this, but this is the second time that I've recorded this video because the first time I didn't press record. It's very early on a Sunday morning. It's not very early at all. It's about 9:30. It feels early. I haven't eaten my breakfast yet. I've got my tea though. I've got my tea. And somebody said to me the other day, how can you tell somebody's English? And I said, well, if it's an English woman, she's got her tea. I'm a walking stereotype. That's better. Right. So I'm thinking that I've been doing these, I've committed to do 2 videos a week. And on a Wednesday, I'm doing a video on a subject that I want to talk about. And I'm doing some research and I'm doing the fancy editing, as fancy as I can manage at the moment anyway. But on a Sunday, I'm trying to just publish the ones where I'm just chatting. And it's really interesting because I'm still experimenting and working out what hits home more. And I think there's a mix, you know, so. But I was watching a YouTuber this morning before I did haul myself out of bed, called LaToija, I think her name is, because her channel is called Dodash. And she's completely blown up on YouTube and she's really inspirational. She's she believes that she's moved by, you know, God telling her to do a video on this or that or the other. But I absolutely love her positive energy. She's full of joy. And she brings so much positivity to the internet and to YouTube. And she was saying this morning, this is the first time I've discovered her, and she was saying people don't need negativity now. They need positivity and they need uplifting. And that is what I'm trying to do with the subject matter that I'm approaching. But she made me realise that I also need to do that just with myself, you know, and connecting with you on a one-to-one level. So this week, I am not going to edit this video and I'm going to leave all my ums and ahs in and, you know, my sips of tea and so on. And I'm not going to do a fancy thumbnail, etc. It's just going to be raw because I don't have time today and I don't want to miss that Sunday posting. And normally I'm not quite as far behind. I'm so tired. I know that's not a very positive thing to say, but I just want to share that with you. I don't know if you do this, but I kind of sometimes I don't allow myself to rest. If I'm worried about something or I'm anxious, I kind of stay awake. I make myself stay awake, and I'm aware that I'm doing it, and it's just not good for me. So I've got a huge sleep deficit at the moment. I'm waiting at the moment for my younger daughter to give birth. Baby was due today. She's now gone to bed over in New Zealand. Today has gone for her, so she's already late as far as she's concerned. And yeah, I'm kind of on tenterhooks, even though I can't do anything. I can't be there. You know, I was with her for her first baby. I can't sit with her. Her mother-in-law's there, so at least I know she's got somebody with her. She's never in the house on her own because she's so close. I thought this baby was going to come a couple of weeks ago, and you know, she's hanging on, just as my daughter did. You know, it's payback time. She was 2 weeks late, and I hope that this baby isn't going to be 2 weeks late. But not being able to be there actually is really quite for me. And I'm kind of waiting for news. So on top of that, I've been I am growing this YouTube channel. I wanted to thank each and every one of you who has subscribed, who has, I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I keep getting messages coming up. Oh my goodness, how do I do that without stopping recording? Let's hope that's, am I still there? I'm still there, good. This is why I edit. Okay, I had to edit that bit out because my phone cut out, so apologies, you know. I promise I'm not going to, you know, then go into that time suck of hours and hours of editing. So it's almost unedited, but you really don't want to watch my phone cutting out and then me fussing. Right, so where was I? I was talking about being tired, and yeah, I've committed to doing these 2 videos a week. And on a Wednesday, I want to do the video where it's about the things that I'm passionate about growing older better, about finding ways of raising our confidence as we go into our later years and going through midlife. And, you know, that involves research and a little bit of editing, or as fancy as I can make it at the moment. And then I think on a Sunday, I'm going to take a leaf out of LaToija's book and actually just do a raw video like this, because that will take less time, and hopefully I can cope with that a little better. The other thing is that I'm going to New Zealand in week Tuesday actually. So I'm going to take you along with me. I'm going to be with my daughter over there for a month. Haven't seen her for over a year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing her and my granddaughter and my new granddaughter, and meet her for the first time, and her husband, of course, as well. And I'm going to take you along. She lives in a beautiful place, and hopefully we can go out for walks, and you can join me there as well. And if she gives me permission, I'll show you a teeny weeny baby. Oh, she'll be my number 10. And oh my goodness. People, I never understand when people say, well, I've only got one child, so she's special, as in, I love her more. We don't have this this container of love, and once you pour a bit out, then there's only so much left, do we? What I've always found is that your love container, oh my God, that sounds a horrible phrase. Oh my, now you know why I edit. The amount of love that you have to give expands, and it's never ending. And I think that particularly with babies, they come into the world and they bring their own love with them. And my husband's grandmother told me that when I was expecting my second and worrying, would I love it as much as I loved my first child, and she said, every baby brings its own love. I think that's beautiful. So, and of course, the other reason that I feel so tired, I don't know if I've said this already that I'm tired, but there you go. And I'm sharing it with you because I know that when we're at this stage in our lives, a lot of us feel this way. We just get exhausted. I found once I hit 60, I get more tired more quickly. I'd be interested to know if any of you experience that. I'd love to hear in the comments. And also in the comments, please do tell me, is this really not what you want to see? Do you want me to be a little bit more polished, or, you're happy to have the two styles? Because my YouTube channel is growing, and I want it to grow with you and be for you. It's really not about me. But the other reason that I'm so tired is I set my stall out 3 weeks ago, 3 short weeks ago, my goodness. I think it was 3 weeks, if not 4, certainly no more than 4, to not just do my interviews, which I've been doing for several years now, but to put my own face on the camera and put myself forward. It takes a lot of energy to get out of your own way. It's, as I think I've said before, it's very vulnerable, putting yourself out and your views and your life view and things like that, so I am that's tiring to do that, and to get out of my own way and realise it's not about me, and, it's about us, and to try and create the content that is good for us. And as I say, watching Dodash, I really recommend you check her out. She's so full of joy. She's absolutely right. We need people to uplift us on the internet, and I hope I can be that for you, but I wanted to tell you that you're being that for me as well. Your comments, the fact that you've subscribed to the channel and so on, genuinely, I mean, this sounds, it almost sounds sleazy, doesn't it, to say that, oh, thank you so much for subscribing and growing my channel for my purposes. But it's not that at all. It's a validation of what I'm trying to do, and that for me it's really helpful. So thank you. I do appreciate you, and I do try to answer every comment. If I've missed any, if you've commented and I haven't replied, I'm so sorry. I will have missed it. It's not that your comment isn't one that I want to reply to, so please don't ever think that. I look in the morning and I look in the evening, and in the morning, at the beginning, when I posted 10 things I quit in my 50s to be happier in my 60s, I'd wake up in the morning and there were were never ending comments from people in Australia and New Zealand and some parts of America, sort of the west coast, the east coast of, the west coast of America. You're not here for my geography skills. Good job, eh? And then in the evening, it'd be all the comments from Europe. And I was blown away, and it's been wonderful. And also, some of you have challenged me. You've challenged my worldview, and you've challenged some of the things I've said. And sometimes I thought, well, yeah, that's an interesting point of view, but I still believe this. And other times I've thought, I've never thought of it like that before. And thank you for that, because I think it's really important when we get into our 50s, 60s and beyond that we allow ourselves to be challenged. I mean, I'm not talking about major stuff here. I'm, just like little things. Like somebody came on and said about men, and I hadn't really. I'll be honest. I've been supporting midlife women for a few years now, and I've kind of left the men alone, kind of thing. I haven't felt qualified to really talk to them about their midlife experience. But this guy challenged me on that, and I hope that I'm now making it a little bit more inclusive. So you'll have to let me know. Anyway, oh dear, because I've already recorded this and then realised I wasn't recording, I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't now. And I had a few things in my head I wanted to say. Oh well, it'll come out in another video, I've no doubt. So let me know how you are, what you think of this, and if you're happy going forward. I'm going to do this playlist, Life with Jo. It's been called Jo Vlogs up to now, because I thought that was funny. I was talking, wasn't I, about everything that's making me so tired. I've had to learn new software to do the editing. I'm kind of trying to learn to use a couple of gadgets just to make life a little bit easier, to make the sound a little bit better when I'm outside and things like that. And so that because I'm vain enough not to want to see my own double chin, so I can hold it up a bit. And it's hard, as a professional photographer, I've been working with images and imagery and graphic design and things like that. Not graphic design itself, but making things look pretty for a long time. So it's quite hard for me to do something that's just raw, because my photographer brain goes, oh, that's a bit overexposed, or I need to change that. But we'll see. So I hid myself away in here in my studio, if you're wondering what I'm doing in my studio at 10 early on a Sunday morning, thinking I wouldn't be disturbed. And in that first video, my husband burst through the door. So probably it was a good job I wasn't recording anyway, because you'd have heard the way I speak to him, like, I'm recording, will you leave me alone just for 5 minutes? Right, I think that just about wraps up for today. Wednesday's video is all about feeling invisible. And I challenged myself with that. I actually sang a line of a song, and when I edited it, I regretted it immediately. So forgive me in advance that you're going to get a line of a song with me actually singing it. But as I say, all an experiment, and I won't do it again. I don't intend to do it again. I'm no singer. And I will see you on Wednesday and on Sunday. So see you soon. Bye.